Brothers can come this side, inshallah. Brothers can come this side, inshallah. And our sisters, if you can join us, inshallah, in the main prayer hall, you are welcome to join us in the main prayer hall, inshallah. Ya Rab. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله، الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه وولاه سلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد، إن شاء الله ما شاء الله I see good attendance today. Marriage is always a good topic to speak about, right? And inshallah today I'm going to be speaking about a specific inshallah topic, which is what you look for when you choosing your future spouse. In Islam, a spouse called zawj. Zawj. Zay, waw and jim. Zawj. And the word zawj applies for both male and female. That has hikmah in it. So a man can say, this is my zawj, and she says, this is my zawj. Use the same word. You can say zawjah, yes, adding a ta, but it's not necessary. So anyways, that tells us that there is an agreement. There is a ground. Also, I wanted to mention before we talk about what you look for and how you look, and we'll give you inshallah also some of the questions you should ask to each other. Lazim, we have to, because those are the things that everybody interested in and everybody want to know. But before that, let's establish some ground first. So establish ground number one, that Allah Azza wa Jal give us this word zawj. Zawj, both. The spouse of. So the woman can be zawj for the man and the man is a zawj for the woman. They are both for each other like that. And Allah Azza wa Jal said this in the Quran, Hunna libasun lakum wa antum libasun lahunna. They are, the women, they are garments for you and you are garments for them. And subhanallah, my sisters, Allah put the sisters first in this ayah. Hunna libasun lakum. He did not say, Antum libasun lahunna wa hunna libasun lakum. Allah did not say it in that order. See? In the ayah, when Allah Azza wa Jal wanted to establish leadership in the house, He said, Ar-rijalu qawwamun ala nisa. Men are the head of household. And they are the ones who are responsible about this household. But when Allah talked about the emotional relationship, about social relationship, about the psychological comfort, Allah bring women first because they provide more in that. Women give more emotion, more feeling. And if the woman encompasses the man, like the garment encompasses your body, the man will do the same. Always. So whenever we tell our sisters, we tell them that you provide first emotionally. we as men, Allah created us that we are givers in material things. Material things, we give first. You want to buy food for someone, you want to take care, buy you clothes, buy you jewelry, buy you this, buy you that. That's how men offer first. They don't wait. And even they feel, if there is a man, he has manhood, and he doesn't feel good that somebody is taking care of that responsibility. He wants to be the one, yes? Provide. But when it comes to emotions, man, I'm tired, like that. Men is always like this. Men are always like that. But women, that is their main thing. They give more in emotion. That's why Allah put you first. هُنَّ لِبَاسٌ لَكُمْ وَأَنْتُمْ لِبَاسٌ لَهُنَّ. When also it came for the man, because sometimes the man forgets to give the woman her right because of all the affairs and all of that, emotionally and all of that. Allah Azza wa Jal also bring woman first. He said, وَلَهُنَّ مِثْلُ الَّذِي عَلَيْهِنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. They are asked for a duty, but you give them the right first. See, I told you, a man is a giver first in the rights and the affairs and the material and everything. Allah said, always give first in that. But when it comes to emotion, Allah said, woman first. You see this, looking at the Quran, is amazing, ajib. It's like not simple like that. We established this rule as well. So there is a unity, there is a ground. What is the reason why we get married? After pleasing Allah. I ask that question to everyone that come to me that they want to get married. Why do you want to get married? Everybody goes right, goes left, goes this, goes that, but the main reason is to please Allah. You have to understand that. And it may sound simple or generic, but it is not. I'm telling you, it's not. Because find me any reason, it will come back to pleasing Allah Azza wa Jalla at the end. You tell me, I want children. Why do you want children? To have more Muslims in them, as to please Allah. Yeah? So you will go with the children all the way until I have to please Allah Azza wa Jalla. Okay? Or I have some physical needs. Why you want to fulfill some needs? So I don't do haram. Means you don't want to disobey Allah. So you want to please Allah. So at the end of the day, it is going to come back to what? Pleasing Allah. So that's why I said, other than that, we already established that you are getting married, inshallah, to please Allah Azza wa Jal. So we agree on that. But what would be a dunya reason? What would be like in this world that you are seeking? Who can tell me? One word. Give me one word. Don't give me a sentence. مش عايز sentence. I don't want a sentence or a paragraph. Huh? Community. Very good. Who else have a... Why are you seeking to get married? Huh? Safety. I like that. What else? Huh? Peace. Allahu Akbar. Who said what here? Tranquility. Peace, tranquility, safety, community. Huh? Security. Huh? Huh? Companionship. Very good. Okay. Now, establishing the deen and giving da'wah. MashaAllah. Now, everyone, you remember what you said, right? Everyone, remember the word that you said. I'm going to ask you another question. Would you achieve that word that you have without you being married? You can actually get security without marriage. Yes? You can have safety without marriage. I'm talking about like as an individual. You would not have no community without marriage. We understand that. But what I'm saying is other people can get married, but you don't. You still have a community. Allah Azza wa Jalla said the word that gathers all of this, second. What is the word is? Second. Second means tranquility. It means peace. It means security. It means community. Second. Because second means you already achieved everything and now you are comfortable. That is the meaning of the word second. Sukoon is opposite to haraka. This is haraka. This is haraka. Sukoon is, my hand is not moving. So my hand has a sukoon. Sukoon here is, sukoon peace of mind and tranquility. You might have problems. Yani when we say the word second, it does not mean that I am safe, I am secure, I am rich, I have no debts, I have no trouble. That's not what it means. What it means is you have that person, being with them gives you that feeling that you're good. I hope I'm clear, right? You may have a debt. You may have a problem. You may be actually debating with each other. You may have all of that. But you know what? At the end of the day, you know that this is the one person that grounds me. You see the word here? That person is the grounding force. You know when you say, Subhanallah, akhi, every time I see you, I feel very comfortable. Some people like you say like that. You know, I have the problems of the world, but when after I talk to you, mashallah, you make me feel good. That should be your spouse, by the way, not the sheikh. That should be your spouse. That should be your wife. That should be your husband. I'm serious. That should be. Unfortunately, we are so much in the material world, right? To the point that sakan and peace is outside of the house. It's not inside. You find everybody wants to run out. The sister wants to run out of the house by any means. She wants a break. I want a break. What makes the house so awful that you need to break off from? Why? And the man, I'm going to pray. He's escaping, by the way. He's running away. He's coming for Isha and standing in the parking lot here for 1 hour, you know? Like, why? It's supposed to be, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I can't wait until I see my wife. That should be the idea, yeah. But that is the second. That's what we need to establish. Once we establish these things, that zawj, there is a unity, there is a ground. You are pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are garments for each other. The man is giving according to his ability, and the woman giving according to her ability. And we want to please Allah, and we want second. We established that already now. Now let's see, what do I look for? Now I want you to get married. Type. I want you first to decide for yourself that what is the priority of marriage in your life? Why I'm saying that? Like many people come and talk to me about marriage. Sheikh, if you find someone, a good brother, please let me know for my daughter to get married. And the daughter is not ready to get married. She's not ready to get married emotionally. She's not ready to get married because she's studying. She's not ready because she's not mature. But parents want to get her get married. How old is your daughter? She's 22, Sheikh. Yani, give her a couple of years, مثلا, to come attend the classes. La, Sheikh, all her cousins married when they were 19. So now, why they want to get married is an issue. So believe me, all the decisions that will come later will be affected by that one. Why do you really want to get married? Like, is it a priority for you? Is like you cannot live without it? Is there a problem? You're going to do haram or what? So family and the person have to understand that very well, by the way. And especially in the time we are living now. Because if a person can actually wait, they want to graduate, and he is or she is like, you know, alhamdulillah, they are practicing Muslim and all of that, and they can wait for 1 year or 2 years until they prepare themselves for marriage, I prefer that, especially in the United States. They take classes, they want to study, what is the duty of the husband, the duty of the wife, you know, these things, very important. Wallahi, I dream that there is a certificate for it. Certificate. And anybody who's 16 years and above, they can take 2 semesters or something like that, or at least 1 semester. Like a college class can be offered in the masjid or can be offered in some organizations that they give actually classes, like a semester. Like a semester could be credited to your college or something like that, but marriage life. You study psychologically and emotionally, the duties, and couples will come talk to you and things like that. So people have understand that they have a certificate. That's my dream to have in the community, inshallah. Don't get married, please, sisters, brothers, just because, oh, all my friends are married and I want to get married too. I heard that, by the way. I heard that and I saw that. I said, like, why are you rushing? See, sometimes you think the sheikh said, Yalla, go get married very fast. Yeah, that's the default. But when you come to the reality, it doesn't work like that. You have to take your time. A person who's divorced, for example, and I went through divorce, so I know exactly what it is. You know, it's not about Islamic or anything like that, but in psychology, the statistics say that the person who gets divorced, I'm doing this with very much caution, because people will misunderstand and they will come at me with. The person who rush right away into the marriage, they are not ready, and they end up divorcing again. Okay? طبعا in Islam, you said, oh, you should not stay single, you should get married at once, but don't forget the society we were talking about, right? Society we're talking about means all goodness around you, and you have lots of, the pool itself around you, the cycle or the recycling is good. You understand? So the person who got divorced, they are good man, good woman, but they did not work with each other. And there are lots of good men and lots of good women, So to pick from, so it's easy. A person divorced today or she divorced today, after her iddah she gets married, that was a normal thing. It's okay in that kind of society. In our society now, I'm telling you, no, don't. This kind of rushing right away means that person has an issue. They want to prove something, and they do not do their due diligence. They actually have not studied why they got divorced. So avoid it in the future. So if you are single, never married before, you have to know that you are ready for it and what are the things you look for to be ready. Now I'm going to talk about them in a minute. And if you are divorced or the spouse died or something like that, you have to know what are the things in the previous experience, right, that you want to avoid or you want to continue. And there are good traits that you don't want to miss them, you want to continue with them, right? My ex-spouse were very good with children, but not good with me, right? So I want somebody who's good with children and good with me, you know? So I'm not going to pick someone good with me but bad with children. Or someone good with children and bad with me. I mean, I had that before. So, you understand? So you have to know exactly what you need. Now this brings us to the next one. What do you need as a sister and a husband? All the list that the sisters give and the brothers give. You need someone, see there are criteria. Now, there is a financial criteria. There is a physical criteria, and there is a social criteria, all right? And then there is educational or mental criteria. We'll focus on those only four. And there is psychological, emotional, other things, right? But you have this financial criteria. What does that mean? A sister looking into a man, the man supposed to be the head of the household. Means you have to know, and there is no shyness about that, that man is able to spend on a family. Yani they can maintain a family. And that family, in the first year to 3 years, 2 people, right? Maybe there is a third person, a child comes, but let's say it will happen within the 3 years, like in the first 0 to 3, 2 people. And 3 to 5, you have 1 to 2 children. And then it keeps growing after that. Now, if you ask any of financial planners in the United States, and it might be strange sounding from me, but any financial planner, you tell them what is the minimum financial limit to maintain a household of 2 people, living decent, not decent, making it. A 1-bedroom apartment, they have 1 car, they do gas, they do their phone bills and everything. They'll give you a number. In my opinion, a man and a woman got married now, they at least need $3,000 a month. At least need $3,000 a month to survive. Because a 1-bedroom apartment is about $1,200, $1,300. Yeah? Yeah, and put the bills and everything, that's about $1,500. That is the half of the $3,000. Gone for what? But residence. Now add gas, add insurance, add medical, right? Add all of that, and then add groceries, add this. So $3,000 is like, they are surviving. surviving. So you sister, somebody is coming to get married to you. And what are you doing? I am working. I'm working like 12 hours a day. How much you make? I'm making 24,000 a year. That's a problem. That means this guy needs a working wife. Nothing wrong, by the way. But you have to know what you're getting into. And you have to know what you're getting into also. You understand? So we're being realistic now. I'm being realistic, right? So that's $3,000. Now, for child, once the wife is pregnant, that's going to spike up. Put $750 extra per month, right? For that spending until a child comes. And then they will tell you a family of 3 is like this. And for every child, you add that $1,000 a month. So that's what you are getting into. Financial, I want you to be very, very, very smart. Yes, we make tawakkul ala Allah. Yes, I get it. I'm a sheikh, by the way. And I tell you, marry, Allah will open your rizq, and open it, but take means. Do the means. And I say, oh, I am thirsty. I'm 100% sure Allah Azza wa Jalla will give me water. But I will ask Brother Riza, where is the water? Is this doubting Allah's ability to give me water? Is it doubting it? No, but I ask him, do you have water? You know, Allah Azza wa Jalla will give me the water, the temperature I like. But I have to tell them, don't bring me cold water. Bring me a room temperature water. I have to say. I have to ask. So doing that, it does not mean you don't have tawakkul. La. That's why I say the financial criteria, a brother, you have to know you are marrying a sister. You want a stay-home wife, that means you have to afford. Okay? You want a wife who work with you, you have to be very clear about it. Okay, don't cheat. No cheating, please. Brothers, no cheating, please. Don't say, I will do this, I will do that. Then once they get married, they say, you know, you have to work and we have to put the money together. La, yani, be very clear from the beginning. And best thing is to write it in a contract. I know it's hard and tough, especially families of girls. Said, why you write a contract? You trust, you don't trust. We're not going to play that game, right? Agreement is agreement. All right? The agreement is agreement. For both, it is good. It goes for both sides. If your daughter works, then she knows how much she's putting, how much she's saving, right? And he also knows that what I am working is the money, and this is my wife, this is my children, and this is mine. Everybody knows. So when they are together, they are not together because of money. طيب. Financial aspect. I'm just giving you a hint of each one. So please ask questions about these things. So if you are tomorrow in a matchmaking, said, but you do not have to embarrass the others. How much you make per year? Don't ask that question. You know, like how much you make per year? Give me the tax return. We're not going to do that. Where do you work? What is the bracket? What is this thing? It's okay. Those are questions to ask, right? Are you able to afford for the house? Do you like a working wife? You have to say that I don't mind my wife working, but once we have children, you do not work. Understand this ahead of time. Because people want to get married, so they say, no, don't worry about that. Oh, don't worry about that. Oh, don't worry about that. So I don't worry about that, but the minute I get married, I worry about all of them. Because it's too late now. Worry about things. So from financial aspect, please make sure that it's secured where you're going to live, how you're going to survive, how you're going to do that, who's going to work, who's not going to work. Those things has to be figured out. And you can make a list of questions, very nice, very polite questions based on that. Are you able to, do you want to work? I agree, I don't agree. Do you want the wife to work? I agree or I don't agree. Or what are the conditions? Are you able to afford the transportation? Are you able to afford this? Are you able to afford that? Those questions need to be asked. Right. That is the financial aspect. Physical aspect. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Sayyidina Jabir ibn Abdullah came and said, Ya Rasulullah, I proposed to someone. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, did you look at her? Did you see her? Look at her. He said, no. He said, how يعني propose? He said, yeah, and it's عقد صحيح. يعني if someone hears there is a good daughter somewhere, or there is a good man somewhere, and they do the عقد النكاح without the president of either one, العقد صحيح. يعني if the girl agrees and the man agrees and they have not seen each other and each one's representative came and they make the عقد النكاح, is this نكاح صحيح? Yes, صحيح. يعني some people said, oh, but they live in Pakistan, oh, they are in Egypt. No problem, no issue at all. يعني. We don't have to do all the nikah has to be on the phone and all the nikah has to be on Zoom. It's not a necessity. You understand? So someone can give tawkeel. Say, you know, Sheikh Mamdouh is the wakil on behalf of my daughter. Huh? And his daughter is in the Middle East. Ya Sheikh, my daughter is here, but you are her wakil. You act on her behalf. Father telling me. And the son is in London. Huh? So his father said, you know, my son is Sheikh, and you know, his uncle is in Houston, he become his wakil. Okay? So I am the wakil of the girl who is in the Middle East, and this man in Sugarland is the wakil of the man who is in London, and they come sit in Masjid al-Salam here. I said, you know, marry your wakil to his wakil, عقد النكاح, go ahead. He goes from London to Egypt and they consummate the marriage. No issue. You understand the nikah يعني? So some people say, oh, the phone is not on the phone, يعني, all these issues. It's not a problem. So anyways, physical, you have to be satisfied with the appearance. Because this is someone that you're going to live with, you're going to see their face and see their body, their form every single day. Yeah? فالنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم told him, look at her. And in some narration he said, hide and look at her. Meaning she does not have to know that I'm coming to look at you. Just one time look. It is not bad. We're going to go and put a camera and make a video, a 4-hour video for her. يعني. لا, طبعا, that's not what we... Somebody will... Believe me, I'm not surprised. I will not be surprised with what people can do. لا. Look, يعني, for example, she comes to a class in the masjid. The sister comes in a class in the masjid, and you know she comes to Friday night class. Okay? You can wait, if you know the exact woman, yani, the exact girl, you can wait outside the masjid and see her when she's coming out. This is the woman that you are interested in. That is a look. That's what we're talking about, a look. Not a detailed look, but a general look. Her frame, she's tall, she's short, she's this, she's that. Now you see. Next step, that you have to look at her face and close up, but in the attendance of a mahram. That's called the nadra al-shar'iyya. Nadra al-shar'iyya. And the nadra al-shar'iyya, there are different madhahib. You will be surprised. Yani. Some nadra al-shar'iyya, they allow to look without hijab. Yes, some of the scholars said you look without hijab, about a minute or two, without hijab. I don't prefer it, but I'm just telling you the opinion is there. Okay? The opinion is there to look without hijab, and you know, some of the arm and some of the above the ankle. Yani, something like that. Just one time only, one time look. Nadra al-shar'iyya, but that person is serious. Yani, he's not coming to check out. Every day he has nadra al-shar'iyya in the house. لا, طبعا. It doesn't work like that. But that's why I said I don't prefer this one. I will not do it with my daughters or my nieces and all that. I will not agree with this. Why? Because it will be abused. Okay? So it is enough to see the face and the hands. And you can sit and talk with in the attendance of the family as many times as you want until you are satisfied. Right? You are satisfied. And the same for the sister. Don't think, sister, that we are telling that as if you are a product and you are sitting there and the men are looking. No, I'm not saying that. The same thing we say for the man is for you as well. He's looking at you and you're also looking at him. A woman came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam seeking khula, divorce, because the way that her husband looks, among other men. She did not do her due diligence before marriage. She got married like this, and after some time with him, said, Ya Rasulullah, he is a very good man. He prays, he fasts, he reads Quran, he is your companion, everything. But I see him among men, I'm not happy. And I don't want to commit haram or anything like that. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, did he give you some mahr? She said, yes. What did he give you? He gave me a garden. give him his garden back, and he told him divorce. And خلاص, khul'a done. First khul'a in Islam. So what I'm saying is, a woman has a right also. This is your man. This is going to be the father of your children. Huh? You have to be pleased when he is standing in front of you. It doesn't matter. Yani, everybody have a taste. Everybody have a taste. Someone not liked, but liked by someone else. No, yani, all of us like this. Aren't we? All of us like that. Alhamdulillah. فيعني sister, take your time. You have to look about the physical appearance of the person. Now, I respect in countries like Malaysia, for example, I think they have to bring a medical checkup. Is any Malaysian sisters in the house? Malaysian, Singapore? They do that, right? Yes. So they have to bring a medical checkup. And that's a good thing. Especially in our time now, I feel this is a need. I do. Yani before you get into marriage, after you already decided and everything, and now we are in the engagement time, there is nothing wrong. Both the boy and the girl, they go do a physical, complete physical, to understand. There are things that people are okay with. There are things people are not okay with. Yani a sister or a brother, they have diabetes, for example. Some people, they are all right with that. It's all right. Diabetes. Some people even, I saw, and don't be surprised, I saw some people, they are okay with the spouse who have a terminal disease. I'm not going to mention what disease, but terminal disease, something big. And they said, no problem. We love each other, alhamdulillah, no problem. Some people, they knew that the other one will not have children. And they are marrying them. It's okay. As long as you agree, it's okay. We're saying that if you want to have children, then you should marry someone who are able to have children. Unless that thing not known. So that's why I say, do a physical checkup, regular physical checkup, and then before you go to marriage, at least you know that there are no infectious problems, no STDs, no stuff like that. Alhamdulillah, no problem. So that's a physical appearance. So we talk about financial, we talk about what? Physical. And under each one there are lots of other things, but I'm opening doors for you. Opening doors for you, and I'm available, inshallah, if anybody needs any detailed questions. All of this is not to ask tomorrow. I'm just saying that those are the things that you need to be concerned about. Then we have this social. Social means which family, which community, what ethnicity. Oh, Sheikh, you're going to put up ethnicity now. I'm not saying it in a derogatory manner. I would rather marry someone who speaks my language. Is there anything wrong in that? Nothing wrong in that. I was surprised that some brothers, they propose to someone who they speak English very well, and they speak another language. But the person that they are interested in does not speak their language and they do not know English. And he does not know her language. That's how we're going to communicate, inshallah, in the engagement. He said, we use sign language and Google Translate. Well, that is good bid'ah. I like that. That's innovation. I like this. I do. Trust me, that Google Translate, that means you guys are interested in each other that much. He said, yes, inshallah, we'll talk. But we kind of saw each other and there is some attraction. I said, that's it. That is the one I'm talking about. So when you find someone and you already see that level of comfort there, that is what we're going to continue with you. Never get into marriage and your heart has not accepted that person yet. Be careful. Be careful. It does not matter how much of goodness that they have. And you feel like there is some tightness in the chest, still there is not opening there. Wait until that opening happens. Because it's important. And sometimes you see the person in front of you, say, aha, that is the one. Subhanallah, sometimes it comes in a blink of an eye. They said, love from first sight, there is no such a thing. There is liking from first sight. There is comfort from first sight. Yes, I agree. There are. Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told us like this. Al-arwahu junudun mujannada. Souls are like, different groups and categories. Different groups and categories. فما تعارف منها ائتلف وما تنافر منها اختلف. Whatever is close to each other, they become close. And whatever they are far from each other, they are separated. That's why I find some people, there is some issue. You find some people very comfortable. There is a story for that, maybe another time. When Allah created Adam, Allah wiped on him and all this light come from him. So if you are coming from toward the head or toward this arm and the other person coming from toward that leg, you are not going to find the match. So, but that's another story for another time. We can talk about it. So what I'm saying is, you find someone you become attracted to and you find you are comfortable with, and you find all of that, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So social is which family, which ethnicity, which is this. If some people, it is very important for them. Like I talked to some youth. I say, why you do not go and marry from your country, Jordan or Egypt or Saudi Arabia or something like that? I said, Sheikh, no, I want someone born and raised here. A man talking, a boy talking. I said, why? He said, I wanted somebody to understand me when I give a joke, when I give there is some background, background. And someone in Egypt speaking English, it does not mean that they gonna be, you say an American joke, you crack an American joke and say, huh? Khalas, it is burned already. The joke is gone. The moment is gone right away. When you say, huh? The moment is gone. Khalas, turn off. Sah? It's gone. And they come and they translate an Egyptian joke for you in English. And you say, huh? Well, same thing. Same thing. And my kids all the time tell me, one of your dad jokes. Again, dad jokes. Right? So they want someone who's close to them. And we have to keep that in mind as well. If this is an issue for you, then limit where you're looking. Okay? Where you're looking. That's a social is very important. Someone is marrying a new Muslim, revert, man or woman. You have to understand also their background, their life. They were not raised as a Muslim. There will be issues. There will be, you have to understand all of this. Because most of the people, they do not look into that social context. And once they are together in their own social context, everyone come with their package. Everyone come with the baggage of cultural baggage, right? And all of these things. And then problems happen. They come and say, I didn't know it's going to look like that. What did you know, inshallah? So you have to know exactly what it is. And I like, mashallah, our community here. It's become very interracial, very intercultural. I love that. I saw everybody's marrying from everybody because they are all Americans, right? They are all in here, and that's a good thing, alhamdulillah. So social, you have to see. Like for example, I give you a hint and you'll understand. If I have two people proposing to my daughter, one and both are very good religious, both are Hafiz al-Quran, mashallah, and both are looking good, mashallah, both good in religion, they are in the same level. There is no 100% identical match, but they are in the same level. But one of them, their family is highly educated. Look at what I'm saying. Family has lots of masters and PhDs in Islamic studies and stuff like that. I'm not talking about their level of practicing. I'm talking about their level of what? Education. Okay? Which one I prefer? The second one. Because what? The children, my daughter's children in the future will be in that context. So they will be impacted more, not only to practice, further their studies as well. All of this, by the way, in ilm al-ghaib, all in the ghaib of Allah. But what am I doing here? Taking the means. Understand? Same thing for the sister. You have to know, when you are choosing a sister, you have two sisters who are this and that. I'm not discriminating here. I am saying you always aim for the best. But, again, your heart leads you to, and I'm not talking about haram and halal here. I'm talking about preference. You always have to have a high standard, and then you compromise based on what they call it, trade-offs. Trade-off. You have to see that if I take this, what do I lose here? If I lose here more, you have to understand that. So social context means your to-be spouse, how their parents look like, how their parents deal with each other. And I'm going to tell you right now, look to the parents of your to-be spouse, whether you are a man or a woman. Most likely, this is going to be you guys in 20 years. Most likely, it's going to be one of the two models. Because if the wife pulls toward her parents, she's going to become like her mom. and you're going to become like her dad. If the husband pulls toward him, this is how you're going to become like his mom, and he's going to become like his dad. So both of you actually have to look to the parents, how they are communicating with each other. Who is the leader in this relationship? How they respect each other, how they look at each other. That's very important social context, I'm telling you. Very important. And those two models, your father and your mother, her father and her mother, those are the grandparents of your children. The children, when they come, it is not now about daddy's parents and mommy's parents. Those are grandpas and grandmas. Okay? So the kids will go both ways. So you need to have that balance as well. Because many husband and wife, they fight. Oh, his mom and his dad. Oh, my mom and my dad. Calm down. Your kids need both. Okay? They need both. And you do not want the kids to prefer one over the other. So also in the choice, the social context is very important. All right? So we talked about physical, we talked about financial, we talked about social. What is left? You forgot already. Educational and mental. Sometimes, and I'm sorry, brothers, you're going to be very offended, brothers. The sisters, what they call this frontal what? Yeah. In the men, it takes more time than women to finish. The brothers become mature later. The sisters become mature earlier. You have sister, you have to be very, very, very careful when you marry a man under 25 years old. Not bad, they are not bad, but you have to understand what you are getting into, how much they achieved educationally, and you're going to ask questions, and brothers as well. Yeah, sister can be beautiful, can be mashallah from good family, can be religious and everything, but her horizons educationally very narrow, and you have to be ready for that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Everyone has their match, alhamdulillah. Can we agree on that one? Everyone, Allah created a match for you. Don't put yourself down, never degrade yourself, never despise yourself. You are a good person. خَلَقَكَ فَسَوَّاكَ فَعَدَلَكَ. Allah created you in the best of shapes. Alhamdulillah. Everybody, nobody, nothing is like, oh, they are more smart and this person is not smart. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you have to know who's your match. We're talking about finding my match, right? Who's your match? So mentally, here is like sometimes there is a sister who is very, very, very smart. She thinks 120 miles per hour. And the brother is chill. He kicks back and he enjoys the football game and he does not have complications in his life. We are not saying that this guy is slow in the head. His priorities, he doesn't bother himself with thinking about complicated equations. But you're going to have problems. Unless you know exactly what you want. If you want somebody who's cool and everything to balance you out, oh great. But if you want somebody to keep up with you, that's not this brother here. Same thing for brothers. Some brothers, they are very hyper, by the way. Very, they cannot ADHD, like myself, and I think about many things at the same time. So I want someone to anchor me down, like you said, to calm down, no problem, everything would be fine. If that's what I want, alhamdulillah, I find the match. But if I want somebody to be leading that life with me, then someone taking her time and all of this is not going to work. So mentally, you have to find someone on the same level. Education also same level. Their priorities like that, because again, you're going to have children and you want to have the same exact thing. So those are 4 things that you need to look at. Physically, you need to see that they are healthy. That you like them physically, their form, their face, their eyes. This is how you look at and you see, okay, this is someone that I am attracted to, I can live with, okay? And the physical means health, means medical, all of that. Financial, that person is able to do it, or we can do it together. If that's an agreement, alhamdulillah, no issue at all, right? No issue at all. My daughter said, I will work and you work and we will help each other. I said, Bismillah, if this is what you guys want, no problem. I have no issue. But this has to be an agreement. You do not want the man to come and say, I will provide, then he makes her work later on and she works against her will. She feels that he's taking her money. That's not a good thing, because from the beginning you were not clear. All right? And vice versa. She said, oh, I don't want to work and everything. And after she gets married, she said, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm bored at home. I need to work. You know, this is going to be an issue, right? So you have to be very clear about financial things from the very, very beginning. Social. You have to know what you are getting into. There's family, your family, and all of that. And the social context, okay? Their friend circle, how they deal with people. Are they sociable? Are they introvert? Are they extrovert? Those things you need to know. You do need to know. In our time now, you need to know. Before, by the way, like my generation, I think was the last generation in that, like about 30 years ago, you go on the recommendation of families. Because families know each other, right? So my mom can find me a piece of information, my sisters can find me another piece of information, right? Friends can find me a piece of information. You know, I gather that, and when I talk to the person, I said, everything they said is right. You see? And then you go on. But now, this is not the case here. Because now the mother and the father and the teacher and everything is social media. So you do not know what is in their head actually, until you talk, right? So you got to talk more with each other. Okay. In a function like tomorrow here, what should be the questions to ask? Yalla Sheikh Umaid, give us the first question. You're blank? Yes. What is your FICO score? FICO credit. All right, very good. Instead of asking, now I'm going to give you some smart ways to find out without asking the direct question. Okay? And I'm going to give you one as a joke first. Yeah. Right? Someone went to a family to propose for their daughter. Yeah. And they are a religious family and everything. Okay? So they came, they did dinner, everything they liked. Then they went to visit the family of the boy. You know, the girl's family went to visit the boy's family. Now, so the father, he decided already that this boy is not a fit, but he does not want his daughter to be shocked, right? So he goes to their house, and then, you know, he asked the son, where is the Qibla? I need to pray 2 rak'ah. So the son did not know where is the Qibla in their own house. What does that mean? He does not pray. Right? MashaAllah, MashaAllah. He prays in the mosque, but you don't know the Qibla in your own house. Yani, a Muslim, first thing you do when you move to an apartment to go to a house, what you do? First thing. Where's the Qibla? You know, that's what a Muslim does. Anywhere you go. If I did not find the Qibla. So I'm just giving you a hint about a smart way to find out. Right? Like for example, some people come to me and say, Sheikh, can you ask about this man and all that? So he calls me from California. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. I'm interested in such and such girl in the community, Houston and all of that. And they told me you are a reference and all that. I said, Ahlan wa sahlan, how are you doing? Which family are you from? What is the masjid closest to you? I asked him. He says, such a masjid. I said, who's the imam? Because he gave me the name of the masjid. Most of the masajid in America, the big ones, I know their imams. I know them like I know you kida. About 500, 600 imams, I do know them. Okay, so I know, I would know. Even if I do not know personally, I have a way to communicate. So he does not know the imam. Oh, the imam is from Sudan. Yeah, what's his name? He does not know the imam's name. Imagine if you come here once a week to Salah and you pray behind, you know Sheikh Farouqi. اسمه Sheikh Farouqi. This guy's name is what? Maulana Farouqi. خلاص, everybody knows. But if he doesn't know, then we have an issue. So a question that you ask is, what is your religious like background? If you find they said, oh, I am Hanafi, Deobandi, now you know where this is going, right? Or I am this and this, then now you know. If they don't know anything, now you know you have somebody like who's a blank, يعني, who's normal, below normal, no allegiance to anything. Everyone has pros and cons. Okay? So you have to understand. طيب, what is your take on the masjid, the Islamic center? What does Islamic center mean in your life? That's an important question, right? Like, what is an Islamic center here? Like, how attached you are. Also, if they're college graduate, did you have any affiliation with the MSA, with the, you know, what was your activities, religious activities and all of that? How practicing, you know, your family is, like, how in Islam and all of that? Did you do Hajj or not? Did you Umrah or not? These are questions that you should know about the person. Easy, and it's not offending. Not offending. Your salah, alhamdulillah, especially sisters. If there is a man interested in you, first thing you should know that he's committed to his 5 daily prayers. Because if a man wastes his prayer, he's going to waste you as well. If a man does not keep commitment to Allah, how can he keep commitment to a human being? Forget about this work of love and they are good and they are dedicated. It's a material base. You need a husband who have a spiritual base. You need a wife who have a spiritual base. You understand? Spiritual base. Everything else changes. They are poor today, they are rich tomorrow, right? They are sick today, healthy tomorrow, healthy today, sick tomorrow. But they are mu'min all the time. You need that. You need that grounding. So a question you ask about, what is your relationship with Allah Azza wa Jal? Let them speak. You see that? What is your relationship with Allah Azza wa Jal? Like what a masjid is in your life, man and woman. Let them speak. What's your favorite book after Quran that you recite? Like, what is the personality that impacted your life? Oh, my dad, my mom, my brother, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You will understand that, right? So those are questions. After you gather the answers, then you analyze those questions. We can actually make a session about analyzing those questions. But that's a question. About finances. You know, how responsible you are. Do you have like a saving account? Do you have like any investment? Do you do this? Do you do that? That also questions. You don't have to disclose to me everything, but you have to know that the person in front of you is thrifty, is spending, is right? Now I don't want to give you answer, so everybody escapes from the answer. Yeah. Everybody like lies, because you know in some of the shuyukh circles, يعني, they say كل خاطب كاذب. كل خاطب إيه؟ كاذب. يعني everyone in the engagement time has to lie. The suitor is a liar. That's what they say. In a good way, يعني, they are not saying they hide. They only show the big show, the good stuff, right? But you need to dig in a little bit, right? Like, what are your interests? What's your financial interest? What are the things, يعني مثلا, what is the most precious item that you bought? شوف السؤال. That's a question, يعني, I would ask. What is the most precious item that you bought? Oh, I bought like a 2-carat diamond ring for $25,000, blah, blah, like that. Brothers, gotta be careful with that one. Yeah? Or the sisters, oh, I bought like my Lexus, this and that. Now, you know, mashallah, it's a good one. So you have to understand that. So you ask about religion, you ask about the money, you ask about health. Do you exercise? Do you follow a certain diet? Do you do your checkups? Wallahi, ya Sheikh, ask those questions. Yani sometimes people, you know, tell me, I said, yeah, ask. Do you visit the doctor regularly? Like, I am someone, for example, I have to visit the doctor every 6 months, regardless I am sick or not. I learned that 10 years ago, yeah, the hard way. So every 6 months I have scheduled, the alarm goes on, and I have to do my full checkup every 6 months. Okay, so sometimes this is a good thing. Like, you know, you have to know. So ask questions that give you answers, but be very specific and give the other person chance to talk. Now, tomorrow, for example, is just to open the door to see that there is someone that you are interested in. The next step is everything I said today. Like, that needs more premise, that need time. That tomorrow is not about the time. Tomorrow about the initial spark, the initial choice. And if you choose someone tomorrow or you like someone tomorrow, it does not mean you're going to end up, this is husband and wife. Yani. This is not what the picture says. Picture says two people with a question mark entering the masjid and they are with each other with a bouquet of flower. I wish this is the case. Wallah, my life would be very, very happy, that everybody enter the masjid from this door single, exit married. That would be wonderful. But this is not the case though. So what I'm trying to say here is, Inshallah Rabbil Alameen, tomorrow, if you're coming in the morning, Inshallah, come to the masjid, have wudu, pray 2 rak'ah in the masjid, nafil to Allah Azza wa Jal, tahiyat al-masjid, ask Allah Azza wa Jal to give you guidance, ask Allah to choose for you, subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? And ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tawfiq, and ask Allah protection. Because these are the times that the shayateen, they come running, They come running, making you do the wrong choice and make you distracted and all of that. They like bad stuff, not good stuff. Okay? And after you do that, you go there. I want you to be calm down. This is not the end of the world. Even if you come there and you do not find the match, no problem. Inshallah, we're going to make another one for you. And maybe you do all of this, by the way. You do all of this looking, and subhanallah al-azim comes from where you do not expect at the end of the day. At the end of the day, telling you that from personal experience. You look 6-7 months and you are focusing on something and that, khalas, going there to finalize, and when you go there, something happens, and before you come, someone comes in front of you and says, هذا هو. This is, where have you been? Subhanallah. I've been looking for you for 25 years. So that is what it is. If that also, final comment about the brothers and the sisters who are divorced. This is not the end of the world. Divorce is not a mistake. All right? Divorce is a decision. Divorce was a phase, as a step in your life. Sometimes the step is marriage until death. Sometimes there is marriage and divorce, then marriage and death. And those things Allah Azza wa Jal wrote for us already. We're just finding out. You did not do something wrong. Don't come as a guilty person. Sisters, if you were married before and you're divorced, don't come to the function or come to another marriage as a guilty person. You're not guilty. You're good in your own way, inshallah. And whatever you missed, Allah will compensate you. Brothers, same thing. You did your best. It did not work out. Alhamdulillah. Make it work, inshallah. So come with that mentality. And don't look down upon a sister with children or something like that. Some people, subhanallah, when after I talk to them, and I tell them there's a sister, but she has a child, or she has 2 children, but she's an amazing sister. She will help you and this and that. And those kids might be your cause to Jannah. They might be actually the cause for you to Jannah. Al-Rabiba, Hadiha al-Rabib, that you raise them and until they get married and they become good, or they memorize Quran or do something like that. You take that reward, subhanallah. And maybe they need children. Both of you will have children as siblings to those. So when a woman who was married before, or a man who's married before, don't look to them as a second degree or as someone like, I wish this is not the case. La, this is not. Rasulullah married Khadija after she was married twice before him. Twice. Asma bint Umays married like 6 men, 6 different times after each other. He married Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. He died, she married Umar ibn al-Khattab. He died, she married Ali ibn Abi Talib. He died, she married Zubair ibn al-Awwam. And she was the wife of Ja'far ibn Abi Talib before Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. And from each one, she had a child. And this is how it is. So what I'm trying to tell you, it is not a shameful thing. It is not a bad thing. We make it like that with culture. A good person is a good person. A good person might have bad luck. No problem. And a bad person might have very good luck. It does not make the good bad or the bad good. Okay? Lots of good people make wrong decisions. And lots of bad people make good decisions. Alright? So what I'm trying to make you understand to finalize this is come tomorrow with clean heart, sincere to Allah, come relaxed, right? If you find someone that is the initial, you might change your mind later, right? So don't take it for granted that you find someone and later on you make them feel guilty that they did not follow through. No, it doesn't work like that. Until nikah is done, everything can go. It can continue or not continue. Please do not marry under the stigma of, if I back off now, it's going to look bad. Let it look bad. But don't live miserable. Live miserable for the rest of your life. Is that clear, everybody, inshallah? And bi'idhnillah ta'ala, I'm going to be here tomorrow, but I don't want to interfere in the affairs there, because if I become there, everybody will be frozen over there, you know? And everybody's like afraid, what am I doing, and all of that. So you guys finish the things. I give them, alhamdulillah, instructions. Everybody will be good. And at the end, I will come make dua, inshallah, for everybody. And I will be very, very happy, inshallah, that we find some matches tomorrow that marriage result with marriage, inshallah, Rabbil Alameen. I was also hoping, inshallah, that our next step is to do what they call it, like when you have many marriages at the same day. What do you call that? Mass marriage? Huh? Like something like that. We have like 20, 30 from the city of Houston, and we can rent a stadium or something like that. Oh yes, and then one big walima, everybody shares, right? And then we have a good time, inshallah, Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullah khair for listening. May Allah Azza wa Jal, inshallah, give you the best match. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those who want to get married, inshallah. May Allah protect us all. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله